Hey YouTube, just gonna show you another video as to keep you up to date on what I've been doing. I've done some wire management recently on the inside of the case here. I used to have a big jumble of wires all the way in here. It was a thick mess, and had all my panel wires coming from up there. They ran straight across here and down into the bottom of the motherboard, which is where they plug in, and it was just a sloppy mess. So I wanted to show you, if you were going to do your own case wire management, just a couple tips I have. I'll get a flashlight. Well, the main thing you can't do this if you don't have a modular power supply. I would buy one, and if you can't buy one, find some kind of panel or something to stick in front of the power supply or to the side of it to cover up that big jumble of wires, because for me, I wouldn't have been able to do this without the modular case, because really all I have is I have this, which runs straight from here to that side of the motherboard, up in there, and I couldn't plug that, I couldn't run that through the back because it wasn't long enough. And if you look up in this part of the case, there's nowhere to pop it through from the back panel, and it's too thick of a wire to run underneath the motherboard, even if I tried. As for my ATX power wires, right there, which you can see, I just ran that directly out of the power supply through, I have the XCleo Blackhawk case, and it has these really nice kind of holes in the mounting panel for your motherboard for running wires through. I just ran them straight through there, popped it out, bent the wires over, and plugged it right into the motherboard. Same with this panel up here. You can imagine every single one of these has a different wire that has to plug into the motherboard somewhere, and all of those, as you can see, run right there underneath the motherboard. And then, with the exception of these wires here, that XCleo has a nice way of containing them in that little plastic spiral, I ran those right behind and down and out on the bottom. Now, it doesn't matter what this side of it looks like. It can be as messy as you want. I didn't do a very good job at keeping it organized. Just try to keep it flat, because your case, other side of your case, still has to bolt onto there. So try to keep it as flush as possible with this edge. And I used this electrical tape, which you can see right there. It's just plain old electrical tape. Same on all my SATA cables, which plug in right there, nice and clean. Just used electrical tape to tape into the back panel. Now, if you have a case with a lot of fans and lights, it is harder, because sometimes you're going to have to use these nook and crannies at the bottom to run it around for your fans and such. The only problem I had with that, these wires right here, which is it's a standard 4-pin, and it converts it to Molex. Over there you can see the Molex. Standard 4-pin goes right into the power supply in the modular bay, and if I had had a shorter connector, I wouldn't have had to bind it up like this. But this is the only problem I had with that. Other than that, for all my lights and everything, XCleo did a very nice job at running those wires right through the case. That's just stock. And for your graphics cards, to power these, it's exactly the same. Power comes right out of your power supply. Comes up through here in this one, right out here, and along to both, if you have a Crossfire setup like I do, both of your graphics cards. Simple as that. And then I'll just reattach your side panels here. There it is. It's as simple as that. So I didn't go to extremes with the wire management, but the inside of the case looks better, and at least it's more clean, and I get a better airflow. So I hope I helped you, and thanks for watching.